Come on, let's dance, everybody. Doesn't that music make you want to dance?
Yep.
Hi, and welcome to, I think it's live. Yeah, live with Connie today. No, I'm sorry. Coffee with Connie. See, I'm all scatterbrained this morning. Let's do that
Um,
over. Hi,
um,
and welcome to Coffee with Connie. Today, my guest star is the one, the only, the amazing, my best crazy yarny friend, Anita. With us.
and
Oh, have you named the bunny yet?
no, not yet.
Oh, and this sweet little baby bun bun. I love seeing Anita's critters. I could
This one
so
keeps escaping.
I could so move in with Anita just for all her animals. But anyway, Anita's channel is Queen Mama's Hillbilly House with Anita. And if y'all haven't checked out her channel, please do so. I do have her channel link in the description box of today's live. And if I have a moderator around, if one of y'all could drop it in the chat, that would be awesome sauce. But no, I don't know. I don't know if any of my mods have popped in yet. It's still very early. But we do apologize. We had a little technical difficulties getting the live started. That's why we're a few minutes late. I
I
think
jinxed it.
I think like I have Anita scheduled to go live with me later. I think next week. I know it's
20,
July.
yeah, 20 something. 20.
And initially, my guest star today was supposed to be Colleen with Colleen. Hold up. Yeah, Grammy Colleen Crochets.
Yeah.
Um, and she messaged me early this morning that she woke up not feeling well. So
Mm.
she wouldn't be able to make it today. So please keep her in y'all prayers that she feels better. And we hope you feel better very, very soon, Colleen. We love you.
Yep.
Um, yeah, more than likely I'll have her on later on.
So they
But
got stuck with me.
hey, it's all good. But that's why there's a change in schedule, and it happens sometimes on lives.
Yep.
Um, but I was trying to see if I could find somebody last minute to come live with me. And Anita was the first one that I contacted that said she could do it. I was like, yay! But I try to spread out like my guest stars, like who I have one month. I try to get different people the following month.
Yeah.
But
Mix it up.
sometimes you'll see the same person more than once in a month or the following month too. It just depends on how easy it is for me to find someone that their schedule permits them to go live with.
Yeah. That is hard.
But oh, it's been one of those mornings though already.
Every morning's one of those mornings for me.
And poor Biscuit, he had such fits making the coffee this morning. He made it. He went to make it the first time, and I don't know what he did, but he said it didn't taste right.
Hmm.
So he remade a pot of coffee, and at first he didn't think that it had worked. Because I don't know what he did, but he put like the grinds in the wrong spot somehow.
Hmm.
But the coffee was fine, so I thought, he was going to have to get it restarted again. I didn't
Yeah.
realize, everything was actually okay with it. But I had my first cup of coffee already.
And your kitty cup.
I know I love that cup. All right, let me get to greeting some people that are here with us right now. And I also want to welcome those that will be watching the replay. And please leave a comment to let us know you watched. We love hearing from you, and sometimes I ask some questions on my live. There probably won't be that many questions asked today, but those questions that does get asked, please feel to either answer in the chat, or for those that are here while I'm live, or in the comment section for those that will be watching later on replay. All right, we have the fabulous Maggie, Anita's granddaughter, here. Hi, Maggie. How are you doing today? And how's the crochet journey going? She's learning how to crochet. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, she fooled with it a while. I don't think she's touched it in a while.
And we have the fabulous Julia with Dooley's Crochet, aka Julia, here. How are you? And what's everybody drinking? And what are y'all working on? Um, yeah, I got
Not
water
mellow
now.
yellow.
I always have to have water next to me when I'm live, because sometimes it's like you need to take a drink to kind of help your
Yeah,
throat with talking,
yeah.
and my throat was acting up earlier, so hopefully I don't have any issues with that. All right, let's see who else is here. The fabulous Lisa, or actually I should say the amazing Lisa. All of y'all are amazing.
Yeah.
But I change around my words sometimes. Y'all
Mhm.
probably notice that when I comment back. It's either fabulous day, wonderful day, amazing day, terrific day, awesome day. And sometimes I have kind of come up with some other stuff like out of this world day and a few other things. But I do that because, like, sometimes when you reply to comments, a lot of times, like, you're saying like the same type thing, and YouTube can get funny about, like, if you're saying the same thing. So I try to change it up enough that YouTube don't delete my comments when I reply.
Mhm. Thinking you're spam.
Exactly. They're so that's all I gotta say. Oh, I just want to hold that sweet bun bun.
Yeah. There's 6 of them.
Oh, we used to have bunnies. And well, one unfortunately passed away, the bigger one. The other one, I think, were like the dwarf rabbits, where
Hmm.
they were small,
Yeah.
and someone took them one night.
Oh.
But that was like quite a few years ago. Let's see. Okay, Julia, I'll keep that in mind whenever. I know I need to find someone for Saturday's live too, because initially it was supposed to be Crystal, the yarny chicken. Then she gave her live spot to Lisa, the crafty goddess. And I think it was either yesterday or the day before I got a message from Lisa that she wouldn't be able to make it. And I know initially Crystal had said that if Lisa couldn't make it, that she would be able to still do it. But it would end up being 5 lives for Crystal back to back if she did it. And that's too many, that's too much,
Yeah,
you
that is
know.
too much.
So I need to find someone else for that one. Hold up a minute, I want to show y'all some stuff real quick. Frank just went to this mobile market that has produce. I got some, oops, it's spinach. My green screen's filtering it. This is great.
I don't care for
Um,
spinach.
which this was actually the last bag, and I think this was $1.50. Then some blueberries, and I think the blueberries were either $1.50 or $2.
That was the last of them.
And he said this was the last one, and he went right at the store. Some baby carrots. I think this was $1.
It wants your carrots, Connie.
I prefer cucumbers, but I'm kind of thinking they're out since he got baby carrots.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. And then, okay, large 12 eggs, $1.50.
Wow.
$1.50. That's like the cheapest
Yeah.
you can find. And then grapes, I think these were $2. Which I think you get more when you get them in at the grocery store in a bag, but still normally it's about $6 for a bag of grapes in the grocery store. And even if this is
Yeah.
half, it's still like half the price of half a
Mm-hmm.
bag. I mean, less than you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because half a bag at the store would come out to about $3, where
Yeah.
that's $2. So that it was a lot cheaper than the grocery store.
Yeah.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that. It's our first time going to it. It's something that they recently started in my town. And I wanted to go, but it started at the same time as my live, and I knew they run out, and I was like wanted to get there when they open. So Frank went on his own.
What is that? Like a farmer's market or something?
Kind of. Um, I don't know. Some stuff may come from the community gardens in town. I don't know exactly where they're getting the products, if it's local farmers or,
Hmm.
but they offer it at a cheaper price.
Hmm.
But they like come to town. I know definitely once a month. I think there's sometimes it's twice a month.
Yeah.
But I mean, and y'all know I'm like going, watching what I eat and trying to lose weight and eat healthy. So I was like, yes. All right, back to greeting everybody. We also have the amazing Daphne with Daphne's Creative Touch, and I believe she does. Yeah, she has a channel. I need to make sure that I'm subscribed to you, Daphne, because I try to spread my love to everybody that has channels, but sometimes, like I don't realize that I'm not actually subscribed to a channel, and it's not like intentional.
Yeah. But the sad thing is, though, you can't watch all of them that you
I
sub to.
know. But I still try to do what I can, you
Yeah.
know, where I might pop in once in a blue moon, or like if they need something shared out, I'm always willing to share for other channels,
Yeah.
that type of thing. Or like, you know, events, like especially live events, but anything where they need prize donations.
Yeah.
I'm always willing to donate patterns to other channels, events. All you got to do is ask. Send me an email
Thank
saying,
you, Julia.
and even if you don't really watch my channel, especially if you're a yarny channel, I'll still help you. You know,
Hmm.
I feel like it's all about supporting each other.
Exactly.
Okay, we also have Still Sky, and I feel bad. I'm trying to remember your name. It's not coming to me. And I know I've asked you before what your name is. I know it. But sometimes it takes a while for it to sink in here. And
I'm bad with the names.
I try to remember names, but like I said, sometimes I'll ask a few times, especially like when you first start popping in on my lives. And sometimes too, like like some people don't pop in real often. And then
Yeah.
by the time that they pop back in, I can't think of the name, you know. But
Mhm.
I do like to call people by their first name. It's more personable,
Yeah.
you know.
Crystal. Another
Okay.
crystal.
Okay. Why don't I remember that? There's so many crystals I should
Yeah.
remember. And
Yeah,
she,
there is a lot of crystals on YouTube.
I know one time I had five in the chat of my life
Well,
at the same time. All right. So Still Sky is Crystal, and she's working on dishcloths. And Maggie has been working on her crochet, and she's doing good. Julia's drinking Dr. Pepper with cherry in it, working on baby booties.
her booties she's doing are so cute.
Oh, that is a topic I want to do on a future live.
Baby booties or just
Baby,
baby
baby
atoms?
booties. Well, I do have other baby type makes too in mind for future
Yeah.
lives. Um, but I have a lot of topics that on my list of to do, and even like today's topic is one that there's so many granny square patterns out there. I could do several lives on today's subject. And one of these days, I'm hoping I can get Glinda to do
Ooh.
the, granny squares with me.
Yeah,
But
that
she's
would
been
be nice.
lately. So, you know, I think she would be a good one for the topic.
She would.
That and Tunisian.
I have meant to learn that and just I've never tried it yet.
I made one small pumpkin in Tunisia, and I'm the same way. I want to really learn how to do it,
Mhm.
and I'm like, oh, I'm going to start learning that this year, and I never really got to it.
I
But
would I would think someone that knits would pick it up easier than someone who doesn't.
I really don't know. I haven't fooled with it enough to know how easily I'd pick it up, but it is something I still really want to learn how to do. There's so much I want to learn.
Me too.
But it's like you try to spread yourself out and it only goes so far.
Yep.
And let's see, Julia's drinking Dr. Pepper with cherry in it. Oh, I just read that, sorry. Okay, Daphne's relaxing at the moment, just got groceries in. Actually, we're going to be doing a grocery pickup later today. And prep dinner. I do, however, have some squares to sew together. Awesome.
I hate doing that.
And that is one thing too. Let us know if you've made granny squares before, or like if it's something you want to learn how to do. Maybe you have a favorite type of granny square. Um, yeah, talk granny squares to me. Let's see. We have the amazing Brenda here. How are you today? And yeah, let us know what you're drinking, what you're working on, and talk Granny Square to me. It reminds me of that song by Poison. Cece, pick up that guitar and talk to me.
You can make everything into a song, Connie.
I do. And the sad thing is, I wish I had a good singing voice because I would have fun playing around making shorts. But I know I don't, I don't have a singing voice. I mean, maybe if it was properly trained, it could become one, but
I think the better shorts with people singing are the ones that can't sing.
but I still have fun with it.
Yeah.
But I think on my last live I shared this song, but I'm gonna share it again in case y'all didn't hear it last week. Anita heard this one. Oh, hold up. Another row bites the dust, and another row, and another row. Another row bites the dust. Do 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 do. Another row bites the dust. So how many of y'all can relate to that?
That's my favorite one.
All right. Let's see. Maggie says the bunnies are loose again. Uh-oh. So how's my sweet baby goats doing that aren't so baby no more?
They're doing good, but I've really not felt like going and playing with them as much lately. So, yeah.
Aww. And Julia said she shouted out Charity from Frog Crochet on my video this morning. And I did remember to shout her out on my community page.
Awesome.
But if one of my moderators could drop Charity with Frog Crochet's link, that would be awesome sauce. She's trying to reach her 500 milestone. So let's help give her some Yorny love and support when it comes to that.
Yep. I love seeing them reach their uh, milestones.
Me too. Yeah, it really is hard to keep up with everyone, Daphne. Because like yesterday I popped in on Sam's live and she's like, it's been a while since I've seen you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. And I'm like, even if I don't come around often, I still love you.
Ooh, Brenda, that sounds pretty. The sunflower uh, granny square blanket.
Ooh, that's one thing I've wanted to make a sunflower one, which is on my to-do list, which I don't know. I got to get over my burnout from blankets.
I love doing the squares, but I hate putting them together. Yes, you need to finish that one.
This
That
is
would
what
be
got me burned out. This is actually the only thing that I've done. I guess it's not, I don't know if you would really call it a granny square, but the concept is basically the same,
no.
except this is more circular than square.
Mm,
But I was working on that big peppermint blanket, and now the things you like, the edging changes on these, and sometimes the size for the blanket, which I didn't bring out all of the stuff that I've made so far for it. I just brought out this one bag with the ones made like this with the edging.
I need to do that one.
See, like one thing I have trouble with is like when I start feeling like something's being too repetitious, I get bored.
Yes.
And that's
That's
where I kind of worry about that with granny squares.
that's why I usually steer away from blankets, but I'd like to do the peppermint one and
I
the
think I,
sunflower.
I think I would have to work on other projects like in between, kind of like alternate days that I work on a blanket with something else. Let's see.
Is Julia is trying to share people's links on the chat. I'm seeing it's not showing that you
Okay.
can.
Let me
click on
make you let me make you a moderator real quick, Julia. You might hear a little bit of feedback because I gotta pull up YouTube's live. Oops, I hit the wrong thing. I always do that too.
You know, I love doing granny squares, but I absolutely hate putting them together. I've got so many granny squares made and put up in bins.
You see, I haven't put them together yet. All right. Well, for that blanket, so I haven't like learned how to do that yet. I don't know how difficult it's gonna be.
It's
Um,
easy, it's just slow going.
okay, I'm clicking on the YouTube thing, so you might hear some feedback. I'm gonna pause it as quick as I can. Yeah, you heard a little bit of the ad pop up. Okay, where's Julia? Yeah, that's one thing I can't do this from StreamYard. Oh, actually, she is supposed to be a moderator.
Does it show when you look at the chat, does it look like you can click on them? Because it doesn't to me.
Let's see. And she shows up blue with a wrench.
Okay. It may just be how it shows up on my chat.
Yeah, because if you're in StreamYard, it won't show the link.
Okay.
That's where it gets confusing.
Okay. I've never
I'm trying
seen the pineapple granny squares. I bet that's
to.
beautiful.
Ooh. And
You'll,
I tried to find a lot of ones that seemed more unique to
yeah.
share today. Oh, I see what she posted the tag thing, the handle. But I am like whenever I scroll over it, it is clickable.
Okay.
Yeah, because you click on it and then it gives you options and one of them says go to channel.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's going to her channel. Okay, it works. At least I think it does. All right, back to where I was. And I'm just noticing I never closed out Facebook and my email. I keep it open in case like somebody has trouble connecting.
Mhm.
All right. So, okay, Still Sky, do you have a channel? Crystal is Still Sky? Like I said, I have trouble keeping up. I really do.
She does because Julia subbed to her.
Yeah, because some of y'all with channels, um, send me an email with your channel link. That way I can make sure I'm subscribed to you and I can share y'all out on my community page. Usually like while I'm live, but by the time I finish the live, like I'll mean to do it, but I'll forget and I know I will.
Mhm.
And it's not like intentional. All right, Julia's making hers for Dorla. It's in the bag with Dorla, and she does love Tunisian crochet. Yeah, because that is a topic. I really want someone like experience with it coming live with me, sharing some helpful tip information.
Yeah,
That's why I think Creative Grandma would be a good one.
she
And
really would.
there's some others too. But like I said, a lot of it is just because someone's good and knowledgeable on something, it's they got busy schedules.
Yep.
And like some months I could get someone to come live with me and then I could try contacting them later and they got too much going on.
Hmm.
I love that. Anita told Maggie, "Come get this bunny."
It was trying to escape on me.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I think it's funny because like I still have the mentality that I have a cat. And like sometimes I'll catch myself like when I'm talking and I still talk like Allie and Sophie are still here.
Yeah.
And like on Facebook I love sharing cat stuff.
And it's the same with dogs. My German Shepherd I lost, well, I guess it's been about 4 years now. I've got another German Shepherd now, and I still catch myself calling him the name of the other one after this long.
Kind of like how like a lot of times your mom or your dad would call, you by your sibling's name.
Oh, Connie, I've got 5 in the house. Sometimes I will go through all 5 names. I'll say, "Well, whoever the heck you are."
Or like if you have a teacher in school that taught like your older siblings, how
Yes.
sometimes they will call you by your siblings' name.
Yep.
And for some reason, like they always remembered my brother Steve.
Well, here we had a few, you know, old subs that would remember our parents and,
But even
call
like
you their names.
but even like my sister, a lot of them remembered because she always did really well in school. Um, but the one closest to age was my brother Steve. So
And
he was something else.
they always compare.
And he still is. Like I always I don't mean this in a mean way or nothing, but I always say he's weird. Sometimes he's too smart for his own good. And like he's into like really weird things. I see his Facebook post and I'm like,
Hey, weird is good most of the time.
I always clown around as a kid saying that I thought he was adopted.
No.
Because like I mean he kind of like had the most different personality.
I think there's usually one in every family.
As a kid, he would bang his head on the cement and laugh afterwards.
Oh.
I don't know how he didn't hurt himself.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I mean, like, either I was too young to remember it or I may not have been born yet because he's like 6.5 years older than me. There's pretty good age gaps. My sister's 10 years older and my other brother's 11 years older.
There were, I think, 9 and 8 years difference in me and my older sister and the 2 younger ones.
I was a whoopsie, but I think we were all basically whoopsies. But I was really a whoopsie.
It's a big surprise, huh?
All right, let's see. I think you mentioned about Julia making granny square blankets for Christmas presents. I think you had
I,
mentioned that.
I didn't see that. I
Oh,
know Brenda was talking about
okay.
making.
Yeah, us about the connecting. I remember that definitely. But sometimes like some a comment gets read and I can't remember if it definitely did or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brenda's made that sunflower one. Yeah. I drool over. There's this one especially. And the thing with it is it's not like a written out pattern like how patterns are, normally. It's
Yeah.
like all like what you call it, the symbols.
You talking about
And
like the diagrams?
yeah, and I've never really done a pattern like that.
I have. I don't care for it. It makes it go slower.
Yeah, I'm like, I want it written.
Yeah. You're
But I love
welcome.
like I think that one has like the prettiest sunflowers.
I want to see that pineapple one she was talking about. I bet that's pretty.
Yeah, if you can like email me or something, the link for it or a picture of the one you made, please do so. Yeah, Julia, you are a moderator.
It was just on my oddball end. It looked odd.
Yeah, because our like when you're live, like if you use StreamYard, which a lot of content creators do, our screens look completely different than how it does on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like I can't see the blue and the wrench for moderator. That's why like I get confused like who's my moderators because I have quite a few moderators. Um like normally if someone says they want to be one, I add them. And like the channel links don't show us links. So it can be
When
kind of
I was
confusing.
when I was doing a few lives, Samantha Stewart asked me to become a moderator. I told her, what few subs I have, I don't really need a moderator.
But it's still a good idea to have one because you still could get the trolls coming in and
Mm.
like if you want to drop channel links, well, now a lot of people program Nightbot to do it.
Yeah.
but if you need if in discussion you want some a link dropped, moderators can easily do that for you
Yeah.
where you don't have to like because while you're live it's harder to do those things.
Hmm.
And I mean it's one of those things where until like you're a content creator and you're doing lives, you don't really understand all these things.
Yeah.
All right, we have the amazing Chris here. Howdy, howdy, Chris. How are you doing today? And for those joining us, let us know what's in your cup, what you're working on. If you've made granny squares, want to make them. What's your favorite type of granny square? Basically, talk granny square to us. All right. I think I'm finally caught up. Um, so Anita, she recently injured her arm, so she hasn't really been able to crochet much. But I know she had talked about like she's been making jelly lately. And I don't know if you brought it around to
I do.
okay. Yeah, blackberry
It
jelly.
is good. And I brought something else to show out of my garden, what I picked today. And I have a feeling I would have done very good in Joe's contest.
Yeah, and Anita's always picking blackberries. Wow, that is big.
Huge.
That's a zucchini, right?
Yeah, but that's not the only one.
I've never seen them that big. Oh my. How did you get them that big?
And this one's odd. It grew in the middle of two stalks. Yeah.
That- you see, I wish I was good at gardening because the amount of like vegetables and fruit I eat, and
Well,
even Frank eats them too, and it's like, you
like
know,
I told Melanie, a lot of times people overthink it. And back hundreds of years ago, we didn't you didn't go to the store and buy all this fertilizer and all this and that. You had the dirt and you had your seed, and it worked. You know, so yeah, no,
yeah.
no, no tricks,
Daphne. Oh, sorry.
no tricks, Miracle Grow, nothing. I just
But I'm jealous. I want those blackberry vines like you have access to.
I'm afraid they're just about done for the season.
And I told her, if only you could mail some to
If I
but
thought
that
they
would
would
that
be
don't.
juice when they got there, I would.
No, Daphne's saying I love the traditional or solid granny square. See, I tend to like the ones that are more outside the box.
Yeah,
I mean, there will be some more traditional ones that are shared today because some of the patterns, like I got some that had like a bunch of patterns on a website. Then I found some of the more like a little out the box, I guess you would call it, like kind of more, I don't know if 3D is quite the word, but where there's like more than just one layer.
yeah.
Um,
I like the look of the front post, back post in the squares.
and some of the fancier stuff you can do with them. Or
Mhm.
like, I had to share a cat one.
Of course.
um, Julia didn't know about you hurting yourself. Yeah. She like
It's
pulled. Oh, sorry.
it's still bothering me some, but I can function now. I've still not got back to my crocheting yet, though. I've been too busy with blackberries and garden and
Mm. And it's
um,
taken a long time for it to heal.
yeah.
Crystal saying she has a black thumb. Me too, me too. Chris says you can probably grow cuttings, it grows fast. And like I've even like I had some succulents, but a lot of that had to do with we had like a really hard freeze.
Hmm.
And I I think that was when we still had Izzy, and she liked to get into my plants. So I couldn't really bring my plants inside. I put them in the garage where they weren't as exposed, but
Hmm.
the weather still got to them.
Yeah.
All right. I think I have one more thing I want to talk about, and then we'll get more into today's topic. um, I know I try to do about 30 minutes of chit chat and then get into the topic. But lately, I've been like going longer because I kind of want people to know when to expect the topic to start being talked about. So if
Yeah.
that's the main thing they want to watch, I need to kind of focus on keeping it closer to 30 minutes. But
That's
Well,
hard.
it is. It really is because I want to interact with everyone, like in the chat, my
Mhm.
guest store, and sometimes I have things that just general stuff that I want to bring up.
Exactly. Especially if you have a blabbermouth on.
um, but some of y'all may know this already because I did make a post on my community page and Facebook group about it, and my personal Facebook page. I went to the eye doctor yesterday. I think most of y'all know I've been having some trouble with my eyes, and y'all probably notice like I get redness in my eyes, and you can probably see a little, today. Well, I found out what's causing it, and it wasn't what I expected. I always thought like it was probably like allergies or maybe bacteria or something got in my eye, but it never felt like anything was in my eye. And I even wondered, like, because, I used to wear contact lenses. Could that have damaged my cornea somehow? But I thought, like, it would be a simple fix, like give me some eye drops or some form of medicine, and
Mhm.
that would be it. No. And I'm glad. Well, I say my doctor, but the last time I went, it was a nurse practitioner that saw me. Um, and I think at first she was gonna prescribe me eye drops, and then she was like, "Hold up, you're diabetic. I think it's best that you go to an eye doctor and have your eyes checked, since diabetes can lead to eye problems." And she referred me to an eye doctor. And even still, I was kind of like, my blood sugar has never been like 300, 400 range. And
Sorry.
a lot of times diabetics, you hear of them having issues with their blood sugar getting really, really high.
Yeah.
And a lot of times those are the ones that you hear having more eye issues. And the sad thing is, I know of diabetics that had it longer than me, worse, blood sugar levels, and never had eye trouble. And it's like, well, I found out I have cataracts in both eyes and have to have surgery on both eyes. And this yeah, this eye, it feels weird because it reverses it on my screen, but my right eye here, it's the worst eye. The cataracts is pretty large in this eye. This size, this side is not that big, but big enough to need surgery. So my first surgery is in September. The second eye is in October. Now, you were going to say something?
I was just gonna say I hope it fixes
Me,
all of it. All of
me,
it.
me too. And I mean, unless I'm one of those oddballs, I should see a lot better after the surgery. And and like I heard some stuff, and I did some googling because I thought like the people that said that it helped like correct other vision issues. Like I thought it was kind of one of those things where they kind of had it thrown in, but I didn't think my insurance would cover that because it's more of an elective thing that, all you need is eyeglasses to correct those issues. But I did googling, and having the surgery may correct my nearsightedness, which I mean I've had to wear glasses a little bit since 7th grade, but it's more like for reading stuff far away. It's not like I have to wear them all the time.
Mhm.
And then I knew I did have a small stigmatism in one eye, which actually my stigmatism has grown. But both those things the surgery could actually correct,
Fingers crossed.
where I wouldn't need glasses, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
Glasses or contacts. So I'm really hoping. So it may actually be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
But I kind of lost my train of thought. But like the thing is that, and the good thing too is once you have cataract surgery, because they place like the lens, it's a implant, you can never get cataract issues again. So I don't have to worry about that down the road.
Good.
But I am kind of anxious and nervous because I've never had any type of surgery before. And I know, like, because even the lady at the place was saying, this is what you really want for your first surgery, you know, because from what I understand, you might feel some pressure in your eye, but it's not supposed to hurt or anything. And I think it takes like 7 minutes to do the eye. So it's nothing long.
The worst thing to me about having that done would be having your hands strapped down. That I wouldn't like.
See, now, one thing I'm nervous about is keeping my eyes open. Because from what I understand, I think you're awake.
Yep.
But he did say something about how I may not remember the surgery. So I don't quite understand what he means by that exactly. If
Where
it just means,
they give you
like,
something to relax you.
I kind of wonder if that's, it makes you so loopy that.
Yeah. I think that depends on the purpose. Mom, on the person. Mom remembered hers, which
But
everybody. It's all different situations with different people.
yeah, Jane with Scraptastic Yarn said she remembered hers.
Yeah.
Um, but like I know, like whenever I had to have a stress test done via IV, well, they said that you might feel jittery after it, kind of like too much coffee type jittery.
Yeah.
But then they kept making this huge deal about being a fall risk, and I think that's what like made me more nervous because it's like typically if you just feel jittery, you're not a fall risk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know they have to be more cautious.
Hmm.
But it was like, so I got so nervous, and it really wasn't anything.
Yeah.
But I get anxious easily, so it
I
is
do
what it
too.
is. But
Um, sorry.
yeah, I see that Brenda sent the email.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
about
what I
to
was
get
gonna
to that.
say.
And like I knew the eye doctor was saying that he needs to recheck my eyes after the surgery for glasses.
Yeah.
And that's probably a lot of reason why he said that, because how much would it correct my vision?
Yeah.
And I know like for the eye test, I struggled. And most of it was my eyes could not focus. They were burning and tearing up, and everything just got fuzzy.
Mm.
And I think a lot of it's the cataract, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean it explains my symptoms, the redness, um sensitivity to light,
Yeah.
um the like burning sensation. And like on the way home from the eye doctor after my eyes being dilated and all the lights being shone. I could not. I was like this on the way home, like the whole way. Either my eyes were completely shut or just a tad bit where I could just kind of see my surroundings, but I
Mhm.
couldn't even keep them like that real long.
Mhm. I hate having that done.
So, because yeah, I got to where like I can't. You know how like you have the engravement on your crochet and hooks and your knitting needles with the
Mhm.
size of the needles. Like
Yeah.
I have to use a magnifying glass now to make that out.
Mm.
Where like probably a year ago I didn't have to. And I was just like, more and more, I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, I must really need glass to be wearing glasses now. All right. So let's get to that pineapple Afghan. But, sometimes, certain things that we kind of view as being a bad thing can actually be a blessing in disguise.
Yep. I
I'm trying to
agree.
save, I'm trying to save those pictures. Oh, and my secret, more than likely, I will be putting a video out Thursday or Friday announcing that secret finally.
Oh, I hope you feel better soon, Julia, and you get your
Yeah,
strength
me
back.
too. Give me just a minute. Okay, it's two pictures. Just to pull it up on my screen, I gotta save them.
That's a pretty background you've got.
Thank you. I like playing with the backgrounds. And I'm so glad my green screen's working again. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, it would help if I open it. Yeah, and pictures are kind of finicky with pulling them up. Okay, share screen. Window, there it is. All right, here's the first picture of
Ooh,
that pineapple granny square Afghan that Brenda was talking about.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, like I said, I love like different stitches.
Hmm. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brenda does such gorgeous work. All right, and let's pull up the second picture. And oh, before I forget, the five yarnaholics will be going live Sunday at 3 p.m. this Sunday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. It'll be on my channel this month. And I know definitely me, Crystal, and Cindy are supposed to be there. Lisa can't, Stephanie, I'm not sure about.
That is just gorgeous.
I know. But there you can see the square better in this picture. I knew there was something I wanted to mention that I hadn't mentioned yet.
Oh, that would be really pretty in a pale yellow.
And I mean, so many different colors you could do.
Mhm.
And you might even find a way where you could kind of do a combination of colors, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you have any granny square type makes that you want
I've
to share?
I've got one. So that's it. A granny square cardigan I made probably a couple of years ago. I made
Ooh,
it
I love.
oversized because I love wrapping up in something when I get cold, and I put a hood on it. I'll just
I
show you
love
this.
granny square cardigans. That's beautiful. And really, that's probably where I would make granny squares more likely. Ooh, beautiful. Like once I get my weight lower, where I really make more wearables, I do want to make a granny square cardigan.
I love my sweaters oversized.
Hi, Nancy. How are you today? What are you working on? What's in your cup? Speak granny squares to us. Have you made granny squares before, or do you want to try making granny squares? What's your favorite type? Let us know. So I guess
Inquiring minds.
so I guess now we're going to get into the patterns. And I may have a few other things I bring up with, going on at my channel throughout the live. And that's one thing I forgot to ask you. Is there anything going on your channel, Anita, that you want to share with everybody?
Nope. My channel is hit and miss. 5 kids in the house, and I don't know how many critters around. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy here. So, I put up
But
a video when I can. You
I
never know
know
what it might be.
I love Anita's critter videos of her animals. And I think the one of the last videos you did was of the baby bunnies.
Yeah, yeah. Introduction to them.
Yeah. And like I'm telling y'all, if you're an animal lover, you gotta watch at least her animal videos. But I know you do some gardening videos too.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be doing more yarny related when I get back to crocheting. Hey, Pam.
Hi Pam. I was like, which Pam? Which
Yeah.
granny? How's the amazing Pam doing today? And like I said earlier, let us know how you doing, what you're working on. Talk Granny Square. Have you made them? Or if not, do you want to make them? And, you know, and regardless if you made them or not, kind of which ones are your favorite? And
Hi,
we also have
Dimitri.
Demetria. Hopefully you heard all the questions. If not, let me know and I'll repeat it. Um, but yeah, welcome in the, the amazing Demetria. Ooh, she just finished making a granny square tank top. Ooh, sweet. Actually, if you send me an email with a picture, I'll pull it up on the screen.
Did you see what Nancy's uh
Oh, oops,
making?
I missed that comment. Sorry, Nancy. See that? Like I said, it's easy to overlook a comment. Oops. Working on some Funko Pop inspired amigurumis. Harry Potter, Ron, and Hermione, I guess.
Hermione.
Hermione. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't watch Harry Potter. Harry Potter. I know it's popular.
I've seen
Um
one of them.
Bodies and pants skirt done. Working on their shirts and vests today. Awesome. Yeah, I had like one of my nieces was all into it. And I tried watching one of the movies, and and it wasn't even the first one, so I really was lost. But I could tell it wasn't my thing.
Mhm.
but we all have our own things, you know.
Yeah.
We also have Jennifer. Here, the amazing Jennifer with Dinky Crafts Jennifer. Um, those just joining us, let us know what's in your cup, what you're working on, how you're doing, if you made granny squares before. Um, if not, if you want to make them, and what's your favorite granny squares that you've seen? And Pam, she has a huge granny blanket she's putting together. She don't like putting them together. Oh, I see Nancy says she has a granny square poncho. Ooh, those are pretty too. I'm probably gonna make a granny square poncho one day. She said her grandma made on her chair right now. She made it over 40 years ago. Ooh,
Wow.
awesome. And we have Sarah here too, the amazing Sarah. And yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. You do have a channel, right, Sarah? I think I'm thinking of the same Sarah. Um, but yeah, and you can drop your channel link if you want to. Just type drop in the in the chat. Let's see. Nancy says I taught a few moms at my son's elementary school to crochet, and we made granny squares. I joined them at the end of the class and
Mhm.
donated the blanket to our school librarian who was retiring. Okay,
Uh,
yeah, I think it's the same channel I'm thinking of.
that was sweet.
Yes, awesome. And you know, one thing I really need to program Nightbot to kind of ask like the questions that I typically ask everybody, so I'm not like constantly repeating myself.
Yeah. What's in your cup?
Yeah. Well, it's always like I normally on Coffee with Connie Lives. What's in your cup? I like talking coffee. And usually I always ask people how they're doing and what they're working on. And usually, like, on my topic lives, I usually want to hear about if you've made something of the topic we're talking about, if you want to, or maybe
Mhm.
kind of like your favorites, you know, like favorite type of patterns related to the topic. Oh, Jennifer's only made a granny square sweater. I am wanting to make some granny square bags. Ooh.
I happen to remember a challenge to do with Granny Square somebody never done.
Oops. Would that be me?
That would be you, Connie.
Yeah, I was supposed to. What was it? Do it blindfolded, I think.
Yep.
But the reason I never did it is because other than, oops, well, you can't see it as because I'm off to the side. But other than this is the only thing that I've done kind of granny square related, but it's more granny circle. So I could not, I don't really know, like from, I would have to look at a pattern,
Yeah.
which you're blindfolded, so you can't. Ooh, Pam says I did make a shawl for my granddaughter. It's the one that you make three big granny squares and join them. Awesome. Oh, Demetria sent her picture. Well, let me cover this real quick since I pulled up these patterns. Let me go over these patterns. And Anita and those in the chat, remind me to go to show y'all Demetria's picture. Don't let me get sidetracked. I do so easily. And it's not intentionally. Okay, this is a pattern for an easy granny square, basically a classic granny square. And this link has 31 patterns. And all the links from today or in the description box of today's live. Oh, I only have about 45 minutes to get into all the patterns. Um, let's see. This is a circle granny square. And I'm going to go kind of quickly on the ones with several patterns.
That's pretty.
This this one is a circle granny square. Smiley face granny square. I think that's adorable.
Mhm.
But I think I would have to do the background color different.
I don't. I like the idea of the smiley face, but I don't like that starting off circle. It looks like a big pig's nose to me.
You see, I think black would look really good for a background color.
It would, yeah.
Like I said, I'm not as big on this like off-white color for the background. I don't find it makes the smiley face pop as much.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
It kind of fades into the background. But that's my opinion. Okay, I love the puff stitch.
Yeah.
Puff stitch circle granny square.
That's,
And I love the variations to puff stitch.
yeah. Ooh,
This is pastel circle and square motif.
it's pretty.
The flower granny square. And I love like that's one thing I do love about granny squares. Um there's some beautiful flower ones.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
love the ones that kind of have that 3D effect to it, where
Hmm.
the flowers like have layers.
Yeah. Uh, popcorn stitch flowers, those make beautiful squares.
Yeah, I like the popcorn stitch too. I tend to like some of the stitches that a lot of people aren't as big on, but I think it's more because they're yarn eaters
Mm,
and more steps to the stitch.
yeah.
Now here's a pretty rose one. And I may have actually got this same one, in the links in the description box off of Ravelry too. I know it's very similar, but you see, this is what I kind of mean by that 3D look.
Yeah. That would be prettier in different colors.
And this is a daisy flower bucket hat, and I
That's
love
cute.
the granny squares with daisies.
Yeah.
And this is basically a flower crochet motif pattern. Oh, I love this one. Primavera flowers, granny square. I think that's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
And I love like the changes in colors
Yeah.
in the granny squares.
Hmm.
This is autumn turn Afghan block. This one's pretty. Pretty fall colors.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I love that one.
So like I said, there's a lot of granny squares I love, but I've never really messed with granny square projects other than the candy cane blanket or whatever you want, candy swirl blanket. All
Yeah.
right, this is floral Afghan block. See, I love that little pop
Yeah.
with the it looks like a popcorn type stitch
Hmm. Very pretty.
in the different colors. Here's a solid granny square. Now you see, like I know some people love like more the simple, but this would definitely get me bored. You know, too repetitious for me. But again, everyone's different, you know.
Yeah.
This is a mittered solid granny square pattern.
I have seen that so many times. I've never tried that one.
Oh, a nice hoard. And like I like designs in the granny squares.
Yeah.
And here's another hoard one. Oh, I like that blue. The color
Yeah.
combination.
That's pretty.
And like I said, just because like I have a difference of opinion, you know, than you on likes, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what makes us
Mhm.
unique in who we are.
Yep.
And here's a hexagon one, which is kind of, I mean, it's still different, but this is kind of more like the shape of these. Hopefully, I have it in camera range.
Yeah, I can see it.
Uh, yeah, I'm on a different page, so I can't see.
Mm.
This is granny hexagon and half hexagon. Ooh, I love this one.
Yeah.
See, like I love the different colors. I so do.
Yeah. I'd like to make one of the hexagon square bags. I've just never done it.
Ooh. Or like another thing, like where like the blankets that's basically one huge granny square.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those are beautiful.
Yeah.
This is African flower granny.
It's pretty.
Nice spring. But in the springtime, you don't normally don't you need a blanket as much. But you can still like throw it over like your sofa
Yeah.
and kind of have that kind of a decor look. Kind of
That's
like
pretty.
kind of like the Roseanne Afghan over the sofa.
Yeah.
And there is a pattern for that out there, and I've shared it before on a live.
There's one from the Big Bang Theory too, because Sabrina Melodus made it for her son.
Ooh, I always loved the whole Sheldon thing. Don't sit in my spot. And soft kitty.
Yeah.
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little by the fur. But sleepy kitty. I missed part of it. Purr, purr, purr. All right, here we have the Bobble Drops flower hexagon. Pretty. And I love the pink and white.
Yeah, I love that one.
Like I said, I'm all about the color.
Mhm.
I love color work. And here's a halter top with granny squares. Ooh, a cute little bunny.
Aw.
I like the ones with animals.
Yeah.
And this is Marguerite Square,
Ooh.
which I love the texture, but I would need more like color changes.
Yeah, that would be beautiful in at least two different colors.
They don't call me the color queen for nothing. Well, especially in knitting. How I love to do color work beanies. This is Rainbow Gumdrop Crochet Square. Kind of interesting. I do love the colors.
It's different.
Yeah, I don't know if it would be my taste in a granny square.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love the texture on this one. Floral Beauty Throw. But this one I think would look prettier with different colors used in the square.
Yes. It would show the pattern up more.
Would they come up with pizza pie crochet granny square? All
Well,
right, let me check in on the chat. Yeah, happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr. That's it. Yeah, just want to kind of see if anything I need to kind of address right now. But it looks like people are just commenting
Hmm.
on the pattern shared. And if you notice something, Anita, read the comment.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Ooh, spiral granny square. And there's one of them that I have on that I found on Ravelry. It's like a floral one with like the spiral effect. It is cool.
Hmm.
And hopefully I can get into everything that I have in the
Remember,
description box. I don't think it's gonna happen. Ooh, watermelon.
I did a well, it was actually one of Crystal's shawls I did, but I turned it into my watermelon shawl because of the colors I done.
I know. Like ice yarn has a yarn that's well actually there's two different ones. I think one's a cotton one, which I actually want to when I do that big giveaway I talk about, that's one that I want to get for that giveaway.
Ooh,
It's the cotton one. It's
nice.
gorgeous. And then I think there's more of a sparkly one in watermelon colors too. And I drool over those when I look at Ice Yarn's website. So y'all know I love y'all. If I'm gonna get it for a giveaway before getting some for myself. But I think watermelon is so like summery fun looking.
Oh, yeah. I was supposed to remind you of Demetra's email.
Yeah, I just finished this. Yeah, let me pull up my email again.
She commented about it. I didn't
Thank
remember.
y'all. All right, let me save it. Because on a live, it don't take much to get me distracted.
I'm always getting distracted.
With lives, there's so much going on at once.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Where is it?
Let's see. Crystal's live in 30 minutes.
Yeah. You see, that's why I want to finish for about 12 o'clock. Because I don't like going, more than about 5 minutes into her live.
Yeah. Try Happy Kitty, Lisa says.
Or Smelly Cat. Remember that from Friends?
I never
Smelly
watched
Cat.
Friends.
Smelly cat, smelly cat, what are they feeding you? And you can find if you search for it on YouTube, you can find it. All right, downloads. Okay, let's see if it came up now. Yeah, there it is. Look how pretty. This is Demetria with the naked. Oops. I did not just do that.
Did you close it?
Uh-huh. Demetria with the naked snail. Let's get it pulled back up. Here it is. Sorry, y'all.
That's pretty.
Very beautiful. And I love like all the different colors.
Yeah. Those would be pretty on a bag too. To make
Oh
the hexagon
yeah.
bag with.
All right. And I guess there must be a different one say because Lisa says try Happy Kitty. So I guess that's a different song. And there was one time I did one of my cat shorts and I found this like this really cool cat song. had fun with the shorts with that, especially Allie.
I miss I miss them.
I know. And I have a hard time. It's like there won't be another one,
Mhm.
of her. I always love when she did the with her paws.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. These I'm gonna share some of the rivalry ones now. See, this was what I don't know if it's the exact same as the one I showed previously or if it's just similar. But this is Watermelon Granny Square by Raffaella Tassoni. Now, I think this would pop better with a black background.
Yeah, me too. I don't care for the blue in that one.
But I find like to me certain colors look better together than others.
Yeah,
All right, this is V Square by Kate Kasinko. I love that.
that is pretty.
Now I'm not as big on the yellow in it, but like I said, you can use different colors. But
Those,
I love like the texture to it.
yeah, it makes it look like those four white center corners are raised. It makes
I
them look
know.
raised.
And I love the design of it.
Yeah.
And if you go in like the projects tab on Ravelry, you can get other color ideas from what other people did that made that pattern.
Ooh.
Yeah. I know I love this one, Cranberry Delight Afghan Square. Now, just so you know, there is a paid for version, but there is a free version. You got to click on visit pattern website to go to the free version. Free
Oh,
means ads, paid for means no ads.
that's beautiful. And Brenda sent you an email of the sunflower afghan and a sunflower bag.
Ooh. Okay, I'll get there in just a minute. This is Cranberry Delight by Melinda Miller. I love this color combination.
I do too.
Pretty shades,
Yeah.
gorgeous. I think that's my favorite out of the pictures right here.
I like those colors too, but I think I
I
like the first one better.
yeah, I like this too, but the first one, that one I'm kind of not feeling
Mm,
with the colors. Now this one's really pretty. I always love purple and green together.
yeah. I like purple and yellow together.
All right, let's get to my email to share Brenda's pictures.
I'm gonna have to remember to go look for that one later. That's beautiful. And of course, I don't have a pen around to remind me.
I know I was really hoping to get further with sharing patterns today, but there'll be a lot of links to check out in the description.
Yep.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I've shared this recently on finished project video. The bag one I'm about to share. Oh yeah, and did y'all watch my finished projects video?
That was a lot of
I
pictures.
know the most that I've had in a video yet. I think it was 116 pictures. I worked on that video for
I'd
hours.
say. Um,
All right, let's see. Oh,
you can probably hear the helicopter going over.
let me open both of those. Oh. It's like it's a longer process to pull up pictures.
Mm.
All right. Here
Oh,
is Brenda Young's sunflower afghan. That's so pretty.
that is gorgeous.
And I wish I
Every
would have got like found that pattern that I really love with the sunflowers that was talking about how it's like the diagram.
mm,
But if I do granny squares again, I'm gonna try to share it on a future live because
every
I do
sorry,
plan to cover granny squares again.
everything Brenda makes is gorgeous.
Oops, I may have made a few boo boos on the video. Now I know, like I started showing her makes, and I had like the file I saved some other pictures for her was like I think one some of her pictures I saved Cindy, her first name, and then others I saved Passamaquoddy. So I knew some of her pictures were like in two separate areas of the video, but I thought they were all different pictures.
With that many pictures to put into a video, I mean,
But I did worry about making mistakes on that video. So if I left anyone's pictures off, just please send me an email and tell me. I'll put them in next month's because I mean it is possible. All right, the next picture.
you're welcome, Brenda.
And like I said, if I make mistakes in my finished projects video, it's not intentional. Like one time I got the name wrong. It was someone else's picture, and I think I put Brenda Young. And I felt horrible about it.
No mistakes.
But I mean, it's easy to make a mistake like that.
Yeah, I love the bag.
I know, so pretty. And like I
I,
said, if you notice me making a mistake on your pictures, just send me an email, bring it to my attention, and I'll make a video, of a correction.
everybody makes mistakes.
Yep, I'm human, or like cats like to refer to humans, they're human. This is Gordon Gable Square by
Ooh,
Kim Guzman.
that's
See,
pretty.
I love that purple and green.
Yeah.
Now this green is more of a teal green.
Hmm. I
And
don't care for that color.
me either, but that's why I say you can play around and have fun.
Yeah.
This one I think is gorgeous. Sunburst Granny Square by Crochet Me Lovely. I love it, and I love these colors.
Ooh, that is pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
And
like
here,
the sunburst you did, Brenda? I know she mentioned earlier she did the sunburst.
yeah, those are beautiful. And like, I'm almost positive that has to be the puff stitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
I like those colors together.
Hmm. See, I love chocolate brown with like pink. Also, like aqua tends to look really great with.
Mm.
And then one time, like, I used to have this workout. Well, I still have it. It just don't fit me. But like, it was like purple and chocolate brown.
Ooh.
Pretty, pretty. Oh yeah, I have some like really cute workout clothes. The problem is I'm too big to fit in them. But I'm gonna get back in them. It's
You
gonna
will.
happen.
Hey, Janice.
Okay, I thought someone had popped in. We have
And
Janice joining us, and hold up, another yarn. I know it, I know it, I know it. Oh, and I know the last love you popped up in, I had to ask you what your name was. Why can't it come to me? You're gonna have to. Oh, Shannon. Yep, Shannon. That's it. I gotta make that stick. But how are y'all lovely ladies doing? Y'all amazing, Yorny friends. What are y'all working on? Have y'all made granny squares? If not, do you want to make them in the future? What type of patterns have you seen with granny squares that you just love? Oh, and what's in your cup too? Thank you
Shannon.
for popping in, Shannon. All right, moving on with patterns.
She's gonna let it run. I've been letting Melanie run a lot on my TV
Yeah,
lately. Where
yeah. If y'all could help Melanie watching her videos, that would be awesome. And check my community page because I shout out several channels. If y'all can check them out, show them that Yorny love and support. All right, here we have Pimliko. I don't know, Afghan Square by Tash Jad. And look, I love the design.
that is pretty.
Beautiful.
I've got to take this call real quick. I'm gonna mute my mic.
That's fine. All right. Next pattern. And I know I showed something similar to this one. This is Primavera Flowers Granny Square by Dragana Savkok Bajic. I'm horrible with pronouncing the name.
Me too. That's
But
pretty.
I know. Okay. I'm trying to share as many in this last 15 minutes that I can. Yeah, if y'all can give a thumbs up, that would be amazing. This is Pretty 8 Petal Flower Granny Square by Lindsay Dale. I think that's the same one that has that really good gnome tutorial. I think that's the same one. I think her name's Lindsay Dale. Winding Roads Crochet.
Mm,
But look at how nice.
yeah.
If y'all can't tell, I love the flowers.
Have you been able to hear my chickens?
I think a little. That's like a lot of times you hear my coffee pot beep when it goes off. It has the automatic shut off.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you hear it in the background. And my videos are live going off. Like here's another pretty sunflower one
Yeah.
by Debbie Rag. And I thought like I love that it was like a different background than what you normally see with granny squares. I mean with sunflowers, granny squares.
Yeah.
Because usually you always see like it being certain colors. But I
Mm-hmm.
do love how the blue and the yellow go together.
I see. I don't like the blue with it.
But that's a prime example. You know, me and
Different
Anita have a
tastes.
difference of opinion.
Yep. Everybody has different tastes.
But I find blue and yellow. tend to, if you find that right shade.
Hmm.
Gorgeous. All
It
right, this is.
depends on the project for me.
I find it kind of has that sky look.
Yeah.
All right, this is Pennywise Afghan Square by Diana Krenz.
What a
Another,
name.
I love it. Oh, sorry.
I said, what a name.
I know it. Oh, what is it? The clown from Stephen King's movie.
Yeah, it.
But I love the color combinations, the texture.
I do too.
See, I love like stuff that like different stitches use.
Hmm.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is that I find like it's not as boring
Hmm.
and it don't feel as repetitious.
And see, that looks like, to me anyway, looks like a totally different pattern almost in the different colors.
Hmm. And color really does make things. Ooh, here's a pretty one. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Color really does make
Hmm.
the same pattern look completely different.
Yeah.
Right, let's pull up some more. Okay, got about 10 minutes left to share patterns and then wrap things up quickly afterwards. And then we can go alien invade Crystal with Crystal the Yorny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady. Yeah, okay, here's that spiral one I was talking about. It's by Tony and Mork. Look how gorgeous. And I love like pink, white, and black together. But again, you could play around with different color combinations with this.
I would have to with that one because the colors it is now, I'm not crazy about it, but
Now,
maybe
I
another
do
color.
think, oh, sorry. I do think the shade of pink would look better if it was like a little bit of a different shade of pink
Maybe.
because I do feel like that shade of pink is a little off.
Pam, who are you talking to? Are you talking to Steele? She is Crystal, was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Crystal.
Yeah, because who's Sophia? Um, I don't know of any Sophia in the Yorny community,
I don't either.
or at least it's not ringing a bell.
Mhm.
But the nice thing with patterns, you can do them in whatever color you want.
Yeah.
So my choice in colors may not be your choice in colors, and vice versa.
Hmm.
All right, this is 3D Flower Square V by Veronica something another. And
That's
it,
pretty.
I know, and I love that texture.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like this one.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
like I I would do the shade of purple and green a tad different. But I do love like certain shades of purple and green together. Like I think it looks amazing.
Let's see. And what I would change about it is that color, that white on the outside. I would make that a different color.
And that's another option. And sometimes like if you know enough about kind of like designing patterns, you can take the kind of like part of the pattern and change it up a little too.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a pretty one. Purple Rose Square by Lisa
Ooh,
Hooper.
I love that.
Me too. Like I said, I love that 3D effect.
Yeah.
And I find these two shades go very well together.
Yeah.
And black sometimes can make stuff pop too.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of times it does. you know, because I find making something pop
Mm-hmm.
is a good thing.
Yeah,
Disc Flower by Lisa Hooper. Ooh, you might want to check out other patterns by her.
that is cute.
I know. Looks like some puff stitches going on or popcorn stitches.
I love the look of the corners.
Me too. Oh yeah, it's hard to remember everyone's names.
Yep.
And sometimes I confuse people because this morning, like I said earlier, it was supposed to be Colleen coming live with me with Grammy Colleen Crochets. And I sent a message to Crystal with Crystal Crochet's cubbyhole. Because for some reason, I think because their names both start with a C, I kind of get myself mixed up when I go to message them. And she's like, I just went live with you. She's like, I think you sent this to the wrong person. I check to double check, and I'm like, yep. And I had a feeling it had to be Colleen that I needed to send it to. And that's when I discovered Colleen woke up feeling ill. And now we have the amazing Nita. All right, this is Tasselfield by Linda Knudsen. Paw print. So this could be applicable to cats and dogs.
My sister would love that.
And I mean, change those colors up. You don't know
Mm-hmm.
what you'll come up with.
No.
Yeah, I find this is kind of, I don't know. I think the color needs to pop more.
Yeah. That would be a good project to personalize too.
Which pattern, Pamela, that you want to know what that's in English? Yeah, I did forget to double check that because I could have boo booed and have them in different length. The paw print, let me check. Let me find that one again. Where are you? Here it is.
Oh, you will probably be getting tagged soon, Connie.
Okay.
Julia done a tag video. She didn't tag me in the actual video, but in the comments, she tagged me. So guess who will be getting tagged when I do it?
All right, let's. Actually, I'm sorry, it is in Swedish. But let me see something. Yeah, I don't think you can convert it. Because
Oh,
sometimes, like if it's a website, you could get, your web browser to convert it.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I hear your critters in the background.
That was actually my phone ringing. My phone ringing is a duck.
But you could probably easily come up with your own thing. Find maybe like a graph of a paw print,
Mm-hmm.
and you should be able to easily turn it into a granny square.
I'll see. And
And
if I make one for my sister, I'll probably personalize it and embroider pet names on it.
and that was one thing too. Like there were some other paw print ones that I saw whenever I was searching for granny squares, but the one I showed was my favorite that I saw.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, I knew I had to share a kitty cat by Ashley Kaiser, and look how precious.
that's
And I
cute.
love I love the little thing over the eye.
Yeah,
Aw.
those would make cute coasters too.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. Sometimes you can take part, like I said, take like the cap part of the pattern and turn it into a coaster.
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to quickly finish the ones that I pulled up and wrap things up. This is Monkey Business by Tilly Tulip. Look how cute.
Oh,
I love the monkeys, especially soft monkeys.
I do too. Oh.
Like I said, I could probably do a good 10 lives, if not more, on this
Um,
subject. Um, Demetria, I'm, I really don't have time to show those pictures today. What I'll try to do is next time this subject gets covered, share your pictures in that live because I've really got to wrap things up because Crystal's going to be starting any minute. This is Dazzling Dragonfly Granny Square by Nadia Fuad. And and look, and I love the pop of color on this.
I love it, but I would do.
I
Uh,
I think the body needs to stand out more.
yeah, yeah. Have a different color where the blue square part is.
Mhm. Because it blends too much in the background.
Yeah.
Here's a pretty rose granny square by Rosanna Murray. I think
Pretty.
that's beautiful. Oh, your is that your Nopius or your nut that has the 365 days of granny squares? Here's Springtime Blooming Granny Square by Fiona Field. Look how pretty. Because oh yeah, I definitely want to do granny squares on future lives.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's so many patterns, and there's still patterns in the description box of today's video that I didn't show. So make sure to check out the rest of those patterns too. This is Owl Granny Square by Sarah Zimmerman. Repeat Crafter Meet, and I love her patterns. And this is so cute, especially for y'all owl lovers.
I'm not crazy about owls.
I'm so about them, but I know there's a lot of people that do love owls.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a good pattern to share. And like I said, there's quite a few that that I didn't share that I was hoping to share today. Okay, so it's Yarn Utopia Nadia. Okay, I'm going to try to remember that. All right. So that's all the patterns I'm going to share for today. Is there anything you want to mention before we basically wrap things up?
And just everybody remember to help Melanie with Lithalia's Little Hook with Watch Hours. And if you can, Sabrina Melodeuce could use some, where
Yeah.
she's been off YouTube a while.
Remind me to shout her out on my community page, Sabrina.
Okay.
I see we have Debbie that just joined us, but unfortunately, we're about to go. But I do hope you have a chance to catch the replay. Um, but I am so glad that you stopped by. So I'm gonna play my quick closing video, then we'll come back and say bye bye. All right, let me find my video. Every time I play a little, like, I start dancing to the music.
Yeah.
I think it hiccup though when it
Uh-huh.
played.
It did.
But Debbie, that's all good. I mean, people come and go at any time during my life. I'm just happy that you stopped by.
Yep.
And I hope everyone has a fabulous Yorny day. Be the light and bye.
Ah.